Social criticality. What we have to remember is that reflective practice does not happen in isolation, and therefore there is an element of looking at the reality of the situation in which we're working and deconstructing, reflecting on that, and perhaps overturning what we would normally assume in terms of new understandings. It's only when the teacher takes this reflective stance that we're able to really consider our roles as teachers and the type of learning which is taking place in the classroom from a social critical standpoint. And therefore, the reflective practitioner is somebody who's not only practicing theory, but also theorizing practice, bringing experience together with theory in order to create something very, very meaningful for themselves and also for the profession as a whole. And therefore, for the reflective practitioner, self-development in terms of social criticality is based on a number of premises. One premise is that received knowledge, in other words, the intellectual content of the profession that we're engaged with, comes together with the acquired knowledge, the experiential knowledge that we gain from the classroom, along with the reflection of that experience. And what is also involved in that is a process of dialogue and discussion. Social criticality recognizes that as reflective practitioners, we're working within a context with other teachers, and therefore development is very much a process of shared understanding and dialogue and not an isolated individual activity as such. And therefore it's very much about articulating our understandings and using that language to shape our pedagogical thinking. And therefore, reflective practice is a cooperative and collaborative process. It involves others. We're not working individually. In order to develop ourselves, we are doing that development with other people. And self-development, therefore, is based in constructivism. Constructivism is a theory of learning which is very much mediated by the language we use to describe things. And we use that language to construct our understanding jointly with others. And as such, teachers are guided then through higher order levels of thinking, through this social critical process, and that this knowledge is socially derived within the group that we work with. And what we have to consider then is that there is a zone of proximal development as a reflective practitioner. There are those that who are closer to us can have much more impact and can support us. Those who are not so close can offer less support and less criticality in terms of our reflection. The process of reflection then allows reflective practitioners to develop their skills for inquiry and to take an inquiring stance in terms of their role in the classroom. And it's through this process that teachers advance their skills as teachers, advance through reflective practice by challenging things which have been uncritically thought about before, by thinking critically about them. And therefore, in terms of social criticality, reflection is a group process. It's a social activity, not something which is done in isolation. And the social component provides multiple opportunities for reflection.